Hello, it's Wednesday at 8 o'clock. It's slightly unusual. Welcome to our Numberists draw, ZoomDown Numberist special. So, Fiona, this is a bit of a chance for you to get your balls out.
Yes, yeah.
Have a good
bag of balls.
rustle. Yeah. So we're not going to take up too much of people's time tonight. We're just going to explain this. We're going to have the draw. George has kindly allocated numbers to each of the 8 contestants. And on that note, we have had a very last minute withdrawal that Callum cannot make 2 Saturdays in a row. So he has recurring plans on a Saturday, so maybe there's a little bit of miscommunication there. But he has been kindly replaced by Chris Butler, who I am very, very grateful to say has joined our panel of 8. James, we have a good list.
We do indeed.
So we go through the list maybe. So we have, who do we have? Bradley Horrocks, Matthew Tassier, Thomas Kappelman, Noel McAvenny, Ed McCulloch. One, help me out here. I'm going to forget one. So Elliot Mellor.
Down.
How could I forget Elliot Mellor?
Mellor.
And Chris Butler. Is that the last?
Tim Down.
And Tim Down. Sorry. See, I knew
We're drawing it out to add the suspense.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, you were just hanging on for your name there. Hopefully, I'm just a big idiot for forgetting them. That's why I was going to you, James, there for a little bit of assistance. But yeah, they're all top numbers players.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely can't hold a candle to a lot of them. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because, of course, when you're on the show, there's only kind of so much you really get to see of their kind of prowess because you're stuck with the normal variant. But we've got a good list of variants to test them with, and hopefully a good format to go with it.
That's a good point, actually, because you only get to really see them showing off when they're maybe well clear in a game or something, when it's when a crucial is sort of out of sight and things like that. That's what. So maybe these formats can help us test them. And we're going to be using Ziggy, your software.
Yes, which you lovingly named about 15 minutes before
Fiona
we started.
Did. Fiona's good with these old names. So.
Oh, she named it. Oh, I do apologise.
So
Ziggy.
I used to have a cat called Ziggy.
ZoomDowns. Ingenious, generating.
Gizmo.
Gizmo. It's Z-I-G-I.
Gizmo, yes, sirree. Isn't that it?
That works.
So Ziggy's going to be helping us with these sort of custom selections. And we'll maybe just explain the formats. But before we do that, we'll get into the sort of detail now. But George will maybe just do the first part of this now, and George will tell us how he's randomly allocated these numbers 1 to 8 anyway. So, George.
I'll pop them up on the screen now if you've got your pen ready for the board, Paul.
Number 1, yeah.
And
so you can just call them out to me, George. Number 1 is...
Okay, so number 1 is Noel McAvenny.
All right, Noel.
Number 2 is Tim.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Chris. Number 4 is Ed. Number 5 is Elliot. Number 6 is Teacup. Bradley is number 7. And Matthew Tassie is number 8.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, they're all fine numbers players in their own right. Sort of. Maybe some of them have certain specialities that maybe we could look forward to seeing. But the format that we kind of came up with, James, is a sort of mix of standard number selections. These would be the normals here. Your six small through to your 4 large. So we're going to sort of replace the normal letters rounds with those, so they become the bread and butter.
Yeah, I think yes. It's a bit like, in a sense, so similar but not the same as the Given's Delight format. On Apterus, where they replaced the numbers and the letters, which was a big format in its time, and it does still exist, but I don't think people really play it as much anymore.
Well,
so
maybe they will.
Not quite the same, but
maybe they will.
Yeah, it's got similarities.
Maybe they will after this. So yeah, so that's the bread and butter, and then your numbers that you're sort of these will be from these special selections. So these special selections are Duck Down, Hyper, Nasty, Hyper Nasty, and Spoilage, and we'll go through those in a moment. But I'll maybe just explain how it's going to work. So if you the quarterfinals are going to be in 9 rounds. You can see here behind me. Just move my mic a little bit, so you can see it's going to go. So normal player 1, normal selection. Player 2, normal selection. Player 1, special selection, and then it'll reverse. So they get player 2's normal selection, player 1's normal selection, and then player 2's special selection. And then round 7, 8, and 9, we have one more special selection each. And then we're going to finish up on what I think is probably going to be the most exciting round is the buzzer round, which is an arithnundrum. So there's going to be a sum, not a hugely complex sum, but a sum that's going to be challenging enough that you're not going to be able to see straight away, but hopefully you can solve in the, I don't know, 5
I
to
think
15, 20 seconds kind of thing.
Yeah. So
and you shout buzz, same as we do on ZoomDown. You shout buzz and you get the chance to answer, but it must be quick. There's no thinking time. As soon as you say buzz, I want an answer.
Yeah, so like Fred, I was just speaking with Fred the other day. He pointed out there's a similar thing in the French version of Countdown, which I'm not going to attempt to pronounce.
Des chiffres et des lettres.
Yeah, that. So the idea much taken from that. So yeah. It should be really good.
Well, that's Mouse. Thomas Carey is working on those at the moment, so expect them to be bloody hard because I think he'll think, oh, that's easy, I could do that in my sleep, and then he'll make them really, really hard. So, but hopefully they're solvable. We do want them solvable. So that's how that's going to work. If you get through your quarterfinal, then you'll be back next Saturday for another 9-round semi. So there'll be 2 9-round semis next Saturday night. Followed by a 15-round final, and how the format is going to work in the 15 round is up to round 12. It'll be normal, special. So you'll get 2 goes each of that, and then the last 3 rounds again will be special, and then the arithnundrum. So you can see that. You can see that there. I'll go the other way. You can see all that there. So it just goes up to 12, and then 13, 14, and then arithnundrum. So, and we're also thinking that you can only use these selections once each. So if you've used your 6 small, it'll be crossed off against your name. So people can't use their favorites more than once.
Yeah. So yeah, you can pick tactically to how you want with what's remaining and what your kind of margin is against your opponent, but you can't do the same thing over and over again to kind of exploit an advantage at all.
Exactly. If you're an amazing spoilage player, we don't want you just playing spoilage all the time. Yeah, exactly.
It's a test of being an all-rounder with
it
regards to numbers.
It should be. It should be. The sort of the Ian Botham of numbers is what we're looking for here, really.
That's the
we're hoping to guess for a 1980s analogy, if anyone's old enough there.
I think Leslie's enjoying your French, Paul.
Is she?
You might try a bit more of that.
Okay, right, all right. Thanks for that. So yeah, we'll get on with the draw, will we?
Yep.
Or will we explain maybe some more of these? Yeah, well, actually, we'll explain some of these formats a little bit better. So we'll start with Duckdown then, the first one. George, do you want to have a go at explaining that? How does Duckdown work?
Yeah, I didn't know how Duckdown worked until I started Matthew's Numbers tourney lately, and I put it as one of my favourites. And then when I realised how it worked, I thought, oh God, why did I select it? So you get a total of 7 numbers between 7 small, and 4 large and 3 small. Your target is anything between 101 and 1999. And you have to use not all the numbers. You've got to leave at least one number behind.
Do you?
It can be any of the numbers. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, with Duckdown letters.
Yeah, you only get to use 6 of them. Could be any 6 of your choosing, but yeah.
Could be any 6 you're choosing.
All right, so
you have to leave one.
That'll be quite an interesting one to watch, won't it? That should open up a little bit of strategy as well. Okay.
I do like 4 large.
Anything else to say about Duckdown?
The letters are horrible.
No, we won't be doing the letters. And that was like, I must quote Noel McIlvanney. He was like, so there'll be no letters rounds. And I went, no. And he goes, sweet. Those pesky letters, yeah. So that's Duckdown. Then we'll do what, spoilage? Spoilage is a bit of a bitch, is it not?
Spoilage is the one you either love or you absolutely hate.
So, explain spoilage.
Well, is spoilage one where all the numbers are just anything?
The numbers are kind of, they're like the random 3 larges, aren't, or 3-figure numbers, like 4 3 7s. You get a lot of that. Like,
so how
many numbers do you get? So let me just look at that picture again.
I'll get that up.
You get that picture up? How many did you get?
So you get between 4 and 6 larges
So
in
4L
a
to
7-number
6L.
selection.
Okay, yeah. From how many? 6?
There's a 7-number selection, and you can have
7
between
numbers,
4 to
yeah.
6 larges.
Yeah, 7 numbers. And they can be like 4, 3, 7, 1,
Yep.
1, 6. All that kind of can be anything they want, really.
But the
can't
thing
they?
is that because you have 6 larges in a 7-number selection, you can have 6 of those type numbers and then just one single-digit number.
Can be very, very difficult to see the trick. There's usually a trick there somewhere, but it's very hard to spot. So I'm interested to maybe getting a bit of a masterclass from some of the people that are good at these, maybe to see their solves and see how they approach them. You know.
I think we'd all be quite keen to see how some of these people do it, because looking at the high score table, there are a few people who have broken over 100 in the time, but I think I've broken. I think 54 is my high score, and I got that once as a fluke. It's definitely the hardest in my opinion.
I got
of the
35 or something. Yeah, there's just a few of them you can see, and then that's about it. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do nasty now. Let's just explain nasty. So nasty's like a normal, isn't it? Just 6. It's six numbers up to 999, isn't it?
Nasty is very close.
Nasty. So it's like a normal numbers game. Six numbers up to 999. But what are those numbers? What are those larges?
So those larges are 12, 37, 62,
Yeah.
and 82. So they're
87.
87, sorry, I said 82,
Yeah.
didn't I? I mean 87. Yeah, they were taken from a special that was done, I think, between, was it Kirk and Chris Davies a long while ago?
There was another one as well with Charlie Reams and someone else.
Oh, Junaid, yes.
Is Charlie a really good numbers player then?
I think on the
Don't
show...
really know much about Charlie's game now. Just know
I think it
him
was a
as
Halloween
Mr.
special,
Apto,
wasn't it? Because they were like the spooky numbers, they called them.
Right.
Yes, that was correct. Yeah, I think Junaid was quite a good numbers player. I think Charlie's pretty good as well. I mean, to be the rating that Charlie is, he has to be pretty good with the numbers.
But there's not much more else to say about nasty. They're just nasty. So it's the same as a normal numbers round. They're just
targets
they're
are
not,
as normal between 101 and
they're just not
999.
the nice 50s and 75s and things like that. So and then we have the two hypers. So we have hyper and then hyper nasty. Hyper is how many? 7 or 8? 8 numbers.
Hyper is 8 numbers.
And target up to
I'm pretty sure
999.
999.
9.
Yeah, 4 nines.
Come on, please call 99999. Okay. What else? So so it's all your normal 4 small or 4 large plus
You can have up to 6 large, I think, for
plus
hyper.
125 and 150, isn't it?
Yes.
That is the 4 large plus those. And then in the hyper nasty we have the same 8 numbers. Same as that. But then these 4 so you have the 4 nasty numbers plus what are the 2 extra large ones? So you have 12, 37, 62, 87. And what are the other 2?
I will get that up for you. I do apologise for the wait.
137 and 162. Or 137 and 187, I think, isn't it?
So it's the third.
Or maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah, I've just made a mistake in entering my solution. Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. All right. Well, good man. I did that from memory there. That's not too bad. See, I
Impressive
can remember
stuff.
some numbers, just certain. Not people's
A
names.
question from
Bad
chat
name.
pool is about the scoring
Yes.
and how
Yeah.
it's going to be scored. Apparently spoilage is scored differently on Apterus, which I wasn't aware of.
Is it now?
Don't know. I've played it
Oh.
once.
This was generally I think unaccounted for in this part. I think we
We didn't consider this at all. So
we have floated the idea of step down scoring, but obviously it hasn't been confirmed. But it's definitely something to think about then. Considering that
spoilage
not
is how
all of
quickly you solve it. Then you mean?
No. How,
No, step down would be for like a 1 away is 9 points, and how many away you are from.
I mean,
the
I
max
think
is how
on
many
my
points
views we go with the standard scoring. I think we did discuss it.
Yeah.
That would be I think
If we
so.
feel like
we're
we
just
need to
gonna go with
standardise it,
standard
then it is an
scoring.
option.
Yeah. It makes it just easier for people to know, doesn't it? So within 5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 7 points.
Or 7 points. Yeah. Okay. I'm within 10 for 3.
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
stick with standard scoring. Yeah.
5.
Or within 10 for 5. I always thought it was a bit generous within 10 for 5 points, isn't it? A little bit generous.
Right.
Because I never get those. Right, so we'll get on with it. We'll get on with the actual, what we came here to do. I hope that's pretty clear. It's going to be hard. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully they'll come down to those crucial conundrums and we'll get to see some buzzer action. And we'll get on with the draw. So
Right, well, I've got my trusty bag of balls.
Your first ball, our player 1 in our game 1,
is in fact number 1.
Is number 1. So our first match is number 1. That's Noel.
And Noah will be playing number 8.
Number 8.
So down.
And that is Tass. Noel McIlvaney versus Matthew Tassier. That's a bit tasty, isn't it?
It's a good match. Well, they'll all be good matches, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so next we've got number 4.
Number 4 is Ed McCulloch.
And Ed will
play.
Ed will be playing number. Oh, sorry, my camera's gone funny. number 2.
So
Ed McCulloch versus Tim Down.
I like that. It's like old and new faces in terms of number specialists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do with all these things: is bring people back into the fold and see if they still got their chops.
Can finally compare eras.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's hard to compare eras, but all you can do is sort of try and get everyone in the same room and try and play. Okay, so our third game
so next
will be
we have number 5.
Number 5. That is
Elliot Meller.
And Elliot will play number 7.
All right, we'll play Bradley.
Excellent.
Oh. Looking forward to that one.
Looking
forward to that one. Okay, on our final game.
Hopefully this works out as number 6.
Number 6. Well, it's not it can't be a 9 anyway. It's definitely 6. So yeah. Number 6 is Thomas Kappelman.
And the final ball, which way around did it go? Number 3
is Chris Butler. Number 3. Chris. Okay. Some cracking games in there, aren't there?
Yep, it should be good.
Some really
looking forward to it.
They'll be played in that order.
Yep.
So, but we're going to get everyone. So if everyone can be ready in wherever the place I contact you, if it's Facebook Messenger, just be ready there at 7:45 sharp because the invite will be sent. It could be a few minutes earlier than that. We might do it a little bit earlier. So just be checking from around the 7:30. We might throw it up a little bit earlier. And so we'll get everyone checked. We'll make sure that you're all set up on Zoom, that you know how the screen works and all that. And then we'll hopefully go live at 8 o'clock. And
one last thing, Paul.
Yeah.
How are the semi-finals being allocated, as in who plays who? Because I think people might be asking that question.
I hadn't decided really, but
well, I thought we were going to kind of seed it on scores, but
seeded probably on score is probably the way. Yeah, the way.
So one winning score, one plays 4, 2 plays 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normal. No one has any objections with that, but I'm very much looking forward to that. So, and just to tell the rest of you, if you're not here for the numbers special, that ZoomDown is going to be on Friday night this week, due to unforeseen circumstances. And of course, following us tonight, after we go off air, is Mark and Tracy's quiz. So, Fiona, who's on that tonight?
We've got Andy Platt and Chris Marshall, I think, on Mark's quiz, and that's at 9 o'clock.
That's at 9 o'clock on what? WMACradio.com?
I think that's
right.
Yep.
So get over there and support the boys. We're sorry to be clashing with them on the Saturday. It was just very, very hard. Very hard to get, 2 consecutive Saturdays.
Free evenings, so,
There were none. So, But anyway, we'll not keep on anywhere longer. Ziggy can get to bed, James. You can cool Ziggy down a bit.
Put it away gradually. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, we will see you all then, and that'll do. Well, cheers. We'll see you on Saturday.
So cheers, everybody.
Well,
Good luck.
all right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.